Hey there. I'm done with relationships and the little kid shit that goes on in them. I mean, really. What do people get in fucking relationships for? So they can be all nice to each other and loving. And bring each other up. And see all their hopes and dreams, and then after all that ends, they tear each other down. And nitpick at all those things that they once loved. What the fuck is the point? There is no point. And I'm just stuck here talking to myself. But I'm not really stuck. I have choices. I have a life. I have my own voice and my own body. This is just one area of my life. I don't have to do whatever anybody wants me to for the rest of my life. I have my own voice. I can say my own feelings. I don't have to be shut out and be told shit that I feel when I don't feel that way. I'm pissed. I don't like being cut off. I don't like my feelings being projected. When that's not what they are. My feelings are wanting to be independent and be my own person and get a job and say what I want to say. Communicate. I want to be able to talk to the person I'm with and then not go off on my fucking ass. Get over it. Move the fuck on. Why do people have to have their heart on their fucking sleeve? Why can't they just talk about it and get over it? Why does it have to be so fucking difficult? You don't have to be that difficult. Excuse me. My nose is running. I'm just upset. Because I'm sick of being told shit that's not fucking real. People put their whole life in a relationship and then they wind up like it's fucking nothing. Like, okay, the other person they want to go, they don't want to do it fair, they want to leave them with nothing, or act like they have contributed nothing. Everybody's equal. And there's always two sides to a story. There's not one fucking side. There's two people there. They're both 50-50 at fault. Or they both done good and bad things. That's a fucking hardcore truth. Reality of it. Alters, no alters. Bullshit, no bullshit. Guaranteed. There's gonna be bullshit. Guaranteed in any relationship there's gonna be drama. There's gonna be all kinds of shit. It's not gonna be all roses. So, if you're looking for that, that's gonna be a fucking fairy tale. And you might as well go sit in front of the TV and watch Once Upon a Time. Because it's not real life. Real life relationships force us to look within ourselves and work on ourselves. Work on those aspects of ourselves that we see in that other person that we don't like. And we grow together and try to be at our highest potential. But if one of us or both of us don't grow, then we're going to keep on hitting that road bump and it's never going to get to the top. So, trauma. People have to work on their trauma in order to become a more well-rounded whole individual. Okay, maybe you won't be integrated totally, but you can be more well-rounded and whole and work in cooperation with the whole of who you are, the whole of your system, all your aspects, so on and so forth. So you gotta work on different things. You gotta look in the mirror and tell yourself, you know, I know that maybe you're not, that maybe you're different than me, maybe we're not the same, but we are Jessica, or we are whoever. This is who we are, and I love you, and so on and so forth, and send that healing light and that growth and all that to every aspect. That way all of you knows that you're loved and you're wanted here and everybody's grateful and all those things, and that helps the growth process and the healing process of all that, all those bad things that happen and all the trauma. And you can be happier and healthier and more whole or centered in your approach to life and the things that you do, instead of being so scattered and afraid and all those things. That's the difference. So, if you're going to be forever stuck and deny yourself and blame it on alters, on other parts of yourself, instead of taking responsibility for the whole self, how's that going to be growth? I mean, or other things that you do. If you've got addiction problems, if you've got alcohol, drug abuse, take the steering wheel of your life. Look at yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, is this where you want to be? It's all level of self-awareness. You can be self-aware and still be aware of the other parts of yourself inside of you. I have reached this level within myself. I know that I look in the mirror I know there's somebody else looking back at me, but I also know there's me. So, the different parts of me are aware of their self, but they're aware that they're me as well. So there's a certain level of this awareness, kind of like we're all connected as one anyway. It's a spiritual awareness. And I believe personally that spirituality can heal you. It's faith. Okay, you got scientific based shit, which I know about, right? But without all those theories and philosophical thoughts and spirituality, how would you be led to some of those scientific, evidence-based thoughts? We have a choice on what we can do scientifically, because we have good and evil inside of us, just like the CERN. Okay, we have a choice whether to use this to destroy humanity and try to find out about God, or to just let it go. Let go and let God, because this is the universe. You've got to believe and have faith that God created this universe. Not try to find and prove of His existence. It's the faith, it's the belief, it's inside. You are not going to find faith and belief by going and finding this Big Bang shit. The only way you're going to find all this is by looking inside yourself and looking around you. People have got it all wrong, because all that they want to do, their egotistical selves want to do, is keep on producing money and making money and not giving to people that are hungry, and kids out here, all these foster kids that don't have any place to live. Abused women and children don't have nowhere to go. Animals don't have nowhere to go. Schizophrenia people out here walking around the streets. Our own veterans don't have a place to be. Take some of this money that you keep on printing and paying people up here to tell us what to do, and use it for good. And we're destroying our own earth by not taking care of the ozone, which should be a law. We should be made to drive hybrids, and if nobody can afford it, we should have some kind of a plan. It should be made that way. It's a necessity. But no, not here, because money is the big thing. It's not the way that it's not the money per se, it's the way that people think about it and use it and worship it. That's the problem. And there's somebody out there. Just been an ongoing thing. Even with the mental disorders. Some of them's overclassified. But some of them's not. There's so many people out there, and even in this community that's doing drugs, alcohol, that's just crazy. That there has to be so many counselors focused on those issues. That they can't focus on depression and more help with schizophrenia and dissociation and anxiety and all those things because of all these people on drugs and alcohol. And then as far as therapy goes, there's somebody that commented about going to see a therapist. Well, I've been in and out of therapy here for, God, 6 years. They're not very, what I would call helpful. And they don't really come by your house, only every couple of years. It takes a long time to get into therapy. And since I'm not an extreme case, it takes a long time for me because I'm not using drugs or alcohol. So, I'm what they call a person that they just come and see every once in a while because of that fact. So, forget my track. I was on a train. Oh yeah, they don't focus on diagnosis. They focus on mindfulness. That's what they do here. Period. They're not going to diagnose you with something. Really, they're going to tell you what they think that you have. But they're not going to give you a really prominent diagnosis. They'll put you on medicine. But they don't focus on that diagnosis, really. It's mindfulness. And really, what does that do? They don't want you to think that. They don't want you to focus on the label, which is a good idea. So, I wouldn't want to focus on it. So, I just always thought that I am me. I am that I am who I am, which happens to be a lot of different people inside of me, which at first I thought were spirits. Some have been here for a long time and some have just come out in my relationship. So, I know how hard it is to go through all this. I've never really been one for the suicide thing. I've never wanted to actually kill myself. I wanted to not be here. Just not be here. Have it just happen where I'm not here no more. Through God doing that, or going to sleep, not waking up. But I don't believe in killing myself. It's against how my spiritual self feels, my religious beliefs, per se. It would be an easy escape from reality. I've had fears of death anyway. I've had phobias, I've had anxiety issues. I'm already past all that now. You know, if shit happens, it happens. Not much I can do about it. I went through some kind of a sickness a while back and processed all that. I'm not into drugs. I will drink occasionally. Stopped smoking 3 years ago in February. That was one of the hardest things I've ever done. Started walking after that, exercising. I've been singing. I have to get back into all that stuff, the singing part. It's something I like to do, but ever since I went back to school this past couple years for my bachelor's degree, it's been kind of hard to get that back in there, but I'm trying to get my career started because of my back issues with the osteopenia and scoliosis, degeneration, all that. I can't stand in one spot all day or do certain jobs, so I'm setting myself up to be able to work at a job where I don't have to do anything like that. I can use my brain, per se, so that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of setting myself up to be secure for the rest of my life. And I thought about helping some foster kids because there's so many foster kids out there that need help. Why have another kid when there's so many out there that don't have a home? Anyway, I'm gonna go. Ciao. I'll talk later. Bye-bye.